up, y'all? I'm AJ Andrews, and this is the Business of Sports. We're here at NBA All-Star Weekend to sit down with some of the biggest athletes, creators, and executives in the sports industry to get their take on the business of sports. So stay tuned, because these are conversations you do not want to miss. What's up, y'all? You're now tuned into the Business of Sports with me, AJ Andrews, and today I am joined by Adrian Colbert, who is an NFL player and an investor in XSET. And I'm so excited to talk all things business and sports with you. When did you first realize that you, in yourself, was a business?
I want to say in like 2019, Richard Sherman had came on to San Francisco, and he's like one of the biggest personalities and biggest businessmen and influencers that taught me about expanding your brand. So having him come in and, be a mentor to me, like really opened my mind to the opportunities that were on the outside of just playing sports.
What are some of those opportunities that you really gravitated towards?
Gaming was like the first one. Like he had got this, he had got put on the board of Luminosity Gaming, and I was just so intrigued by that opportunity, and I immediately asked him when I seen it, because it was a social media post. After that, I just started manifesting like an opportunity for myself to get into that space.
Well, talk about manifesting, and I see the jewels, I see the stones. I'm into manifestation and stones as well. When you're thinking about visualizing yourself in this position to be a part of esports, which is what you really gravitated towards, how did that then set up you now investing in XSET, and now your manifestation's coming to reality?
I think just having that intention and then your actions aligning with whatever you're manifesting, it just kind of came into fruition. Like me getting more into the community of gaming, communicating with more people, putting myself out there more, and then streaming more, of course, versus me just popping onto the gaming space as this investor or this person within an esports organization. Mm-hmm. People actually knew who I was, and I had like a streaming name or whatever, and a community.
Talk to me more about building a community. I feel like when you build a community as an athlete, it's because it's more tangible, right? You see the person, you go to the games, but online and streaming, where you don't really have that access to them. How do you then build a community and then build that business around it?
Like I said earlier, the intention, and then just being vulnerable with people, allowing myself to be more vulnerable and allowing more people in and letting them know, like really gave them like the essence of, okay, like I know this person.
When you are trying to decipher who to trust and how to build that trust, what do you look for?
Just authenticity, like not just the dollar, the person. It's really about the people. And that really helps me get comfortable with investing.
What's transferable from being an athlete to then being a business person?
I mean, just that face-to-face time. Like I meet with the CEOs, we have calls. I go and travel to Boston. We go do events in LA in real time. I think that's the best way to formulate trust, formulate community.
How would you say your relationship is with your fans, or the people that follow you or get excited about what you're doing, whether it's in the gaming space or in a real game, on the field?
I mean, I think I have a really good relationship with fans. Like they're really like family. Like, so to be honest, during Christmas, we did this 12 days of Christmas, and I actually went to a family's house and delivered gifts. And I didn't just deliver the gifts. I stayed there. We watched one of the playoff games, one of the wild card games, like for an hour and a half. Like that was just off the strength, because like when I do invest in people, I want to invest my time. It's not more about the money, it's more about the experience and like that vulnerability that you can give to people.
I think that's so interesting. You talk about investing, and you really, really invest. Like you don't just invest in regards to talking and spending time, but you sit down and you really want to get to know who you're dealing with, whether it's you doing an act of kindness or you going into business with a person. Has that always been something that has been important to you, or did you learn that over time?
I think that was learned over time. Like I've always been a people person, and like I said, I've learned it over time, just with experience with meeting people, and obviously heartbreak and bad deals. And you know, you learn, you live and you learn, and it's all about growth and repetition.
What have you learned from those bad deals?
Learned about people.
Yeah.
You really learn about people, and you really learn about how to like look and like really look deep. It's all about like the interior, like how they are, like how they treat other people, like how are they when you're not looking. And that's the most important part and important way to like evaluate somebody.
In business, what is maybe the best or biggest takeaway you've gotten that you've learned from now being more into business?
The biggest takeaway for me is intention, like, and obviously having it be something that you're really connected to. If you're not really passionate about it, if it's just something that like is being forced, then it's probably not going to work out to your best interest. Most of the deals and the things that I've invested in have been things that I'm passionate about, like photography, gaming, basketball, even football stuff. Like, of course, like that's one of that
one came last.
That came.
That's sport you play.
Look, I mean, because they're like the people that know me know that's what I do and that's what I've done.
But it's not who you are.
But it's not who I am. Like that, and that's the coolest thing about finding out your passions outside of your profession. You get to experience more light, you get to experience more joy outside of work. And when you do finish, because everybody's career comes to an end as an athlete, like what are you gonna do? Like, where is that joy gonna come from? Where's that passion and that fire that you used to have when you're on the field or the court gonna come from when you're done?
That's a really lovely way to look at it. Like, it's kind of, where else can you now pour into a new bucket?
Exactly.
So this cup is about to break. You got to pour into a new glass. What is the new glass that you think is going to hold you over time, essentially?
Yeah, and I mean, the cup never breaks. It's always there for you to go back and, you know, engage with your fans, because as a player who played for the 49ers, as a player who's played for the Dolphins and had stint with the Patriots, like I can always get ran up to or approached by fans who remember me.
If I want to invest and I want to be invested in people the same way that you do, step one, I found a brand or found something that I feel that connects with me, I feel aligns with me. What's step two? What was step two for you? You found that passion.
Step two for me was to consult with my team. If the relationship with the people involved in the company is really well, that is usually step two for me that's step three for me, because step two is bringing it to my team. Build with the team, and I think that's been one of the coolest things about XSET, is that they've allowed me to come on and build with them and not just be an investor and be a part of the team, and that's the coolest thing for me.
What have you been able to build? What's been your impact on XSET thus far? And what do you hope to do more of?
Community. Community's been like a very focal point for me, doing community activations in Chicago, trying to do some more community stuff within the Bears and then in Dallas. Like, it's all about community for me and making a lasting impact, not just a dollar.
What advice would you give to someone that wants to be in your position one day and wants going from athlete to business person?
I mean, just keeping the right people around you, staying in the right circle, having conversation, being vulnerable. Opportunities come through conversation.
Opportunities come through conversation, and conversation builds community. And community is how sports grow in business.
Amen.
Thank you, Adrian, for joining me on The Business of Sports.
Thank you.